Joe Konkoly here in the Elderly Instruments Repair Shop. In the shop today I'm going to show you a 1927 Martin Single 021 project that I'm working on, and we can follow this one over time a little bit. I've been working on it for a while already. Had quite a few cracks and other problems, but and then after I introduce this guitar to you, we are going to continue our fret leveling experience. Last week, Paul Schatzko introduced the idea of fret leveling, showed you some of his tools, and explained the process. Today, Kjell Croce is going to actually do some fret leveling and just show you a little part of how that actually works. So, 1927 Single 021 guitar. Had a previously repaired crack that I had to undo and reline up and glue up. Another big crack right here, another big crack right there. Big top crack. The top has been refinished and needed a neck reset. Got the neck off, and the bridge plate was in really bad shape, as was the non-original bridge. It was quite a mess in here. So I started by taking the old bridge plate off, putting a new bridge plate in, getting the top in nice shape, and then I started working on and gluing up all those cracks and reinforcing them and working on the finish. My hope was there was original finish on the back and sides, and I knew there was new finish on the top, and I could see a little bit of it right here. I'm trying to clean this up. A little bit of the refinish had dripped over the sides, and so my hope was that the finish that was on the top was on top of original finish, like is on the sides here. Unfortunately, that was not true. The top was refinished in shellac, and it was a rather poor job, so I have been attempting to rescue it by leveling that finish that was on there and patting on new shellac, and I'm pretty close to getting that done, and just finished up a new bridge, and I've got my attachment screws on here, and I'm trying to get it fit on there. That's going to be my next step, to put this new ebony bridge on, and then I will finish up the finish work, put the neck on. I'll do some fret work on this neck too. This neck has bar frets rather than modern T frets. We'll explore that a little bit. That's where I'm at with this guitar, and like I said, we'll take a look at this over the next week or two as I get closer to completion. But for now, let's go over to Kjell Croce's bench and see what he's got going here. He should have a guitar prepared for some fret leveling. He did. He's ready. He was waiting for me. Hey, Kjell. How you doing, man?
Good, good.
Tell us about this guitar.
So I have a new recording king for the store here that I was getting ready, setting up and getting ready for the floor, and got it all set up. And as I was playing it, I found that there was a very definite high fret that was buzzing there. So I needed to take care of just that high fret. The rest of the frets were good, but I needed to take care of that one high fret. So I was just going to quickly show you how I would take care of it. So you could easily hear it buzzing, but you can also, with a little bitty straight edge, we can put it on there. I don't know if you can see that. It's actually the 13th fret here. It's rocking, so you can hear it. Okay, so we're gonna take care of that one real quickly. So, put these out of my way. Now I checked it a little bit earlier. It doesn't seem to be that the fret is popped up or is loose. It just seems to be a little high. But I'm gonna try just put a little bit of super glue underneath it just to make sure that it's not high or loose. And put some guards down just to be on the safe side, because I don't want to do any finish repair. And let's see, I'm just gonna touch.
Joel Seary, come to the repair press now. Joel Seary, repair press now.
Flip this around just for this job. And this is just super glue. Just kind of wick a little bit under there. And press it down and kick it. Like I said, I checked earlier and it wasn't actually lifted, but if it were lifted, if it had come loose, this would be the way that I would go about reseating it, making sure it was set back down. So I think that's pretty good. Right. And then since it's a smaller job and I'm just going to hit that little spot, I have a short little fret leveling file that I have for that one. So I'm just going to take some passes. And actually, if you can see, I don't know if you can see this swan with the camera. You can see the high fret there. It's really the fret level. You can see it's grinding away there, and it hasn't even really touched on either side yet. So that one's still high. So I'll hit it until it's pretty uniform all the way across, and so now they've all been hit there. And if I've done it well, if you can see the flat spots, the dull spots that have been leveled, but if I've done it well now, it doesn't rock. There's no rocking, you can't hear it any longer. Okay, so that one's good now. That's all I needed to do. Now we just need to clean them up. And I like to use, excuse me, I like to use just a 3-corner file with the edges killed. Everybody in the shop has their own preference for what they like to use to recrown it. And then I use a little bit of tape to protect the fingerboard there, and then I'm going to cinch. And I just use the little rolling motion there to clean up the edges there. And when you're recrowning, I don't know if we've already talked about this in a different video, you're trying to leave just a little bit of that flat spot left on the top there. Maybe when I'm done I'll show you, but you're just trying to round all the edges up and just leave that last little spot right on the top untouched. There we go. There, that was the one that was high there, the 13th. So, a few more here. One more there. Yeah, we would sure hate on a new instrument to send it out to somebody and they would complain because they have high frets on a brand new one, so we're going to just get it taken care of. Then after those are crowned, well here, let me show you what I was talking about. I don't know if you can see it in there, but you'll see just a barely little flat spot that I didn't touch in the middle of the fret. You want to leave a little bit there. Might be hard to see with the camera. Anyway, so then we're going to polish these guys back out with some just regular old sandpaper. So I use 320, 400, 600, and then I'll clean it all up with a steel wool. But I need one more thing here to keep all of this from getting into my sound hole.
Stefan Lowe says hi.
Oh, Stefan, how you doing, man? I need to get in touch with you. He's a good friend of mine.
And Michael Parson McNamara. Can I just grind the edges off my three-corner file with my flat bastard? I don't have any fret crowning files anymore.
This is a three-corner file here. You said, can you just do it with your flat bastard file, like a mill bastard? Yeah, you might be able to. It might take a little bit of work, but you should be able to. We usually, you can do it one of two ways. You can take it to a grinder, and you can grind it off if you have a grinder. But the mill bastard would probably, it might take a little bit of elbow work there to grind it away, but you should be able to. Yeah, and it's just a really smooth. I don't know if you can't really see it, but it's just a smooth edge there. So when you go to crown the frets there, it really doesn't dig into the wood. So yeah. So we're gonna polish this guy up real quickly. $600. I have some steel wool here. I usually pull this off my bench so that I don't get the steel wool all over. And just to make it look nice, and I'm going to put a little bit of wax on the board. Makes it look good again. Clean up some of the excess. All right, so it's looking great now. Now we got to check it.
What kind of wax?
This is Howard's Feed and Wax. We sell it here in Elderly. Really good product there for the rosewood and ebony boards. You just put a little bit on a paper towel or old T-shirt or something, and just kind of work it on, and then just kind of buff off the excess. Howard's Feed and Wax. Yep, as part of the setup, we usually check the frets in case you folks out there are wondering. So when they're not right, we have to make sure that they are. So, all right, so those guys are all on. Let's get them up to pitch real quickly.
Say something in Norwegian, then we know you're watching, that we're watching too.
Hvordan har du det? All right, so if I did my job right here, we can check here. So it's all clean again. So now it's all ready to go. It's ready to be set up, or it is set up actually. That was just the last little bit. Now we can sell it.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll see you next week.
Okay.
Take care. Bye.